Hovercraft. Hovercraft is a craft designed to travel over any smooth surface supported by a cushion of slowly moving high-pressure air ejected downwards against the surface below. Hovercrafts are unique among all forms of transportation in their ability to travel equally well over land, ice and water. Wheel. A wheel is a circular object that is capable of rotating on its axis, facilitating movement or transportation whilst supporting a load or performing labor in machines. Cruise. A cruise ship or cruise liner is a passenger ship used for pleasure voyages. Cruising has become a major part of the tourism industry with millions of passengers each year. Cruise ships operate mostly on routes that return passengers to their originating port. Cruise ships are organized much like floating hotels with a complete hospitality staff in addition to the usual ship's crew. Aerodrome. An aerodrome or airfield is a term for any location from which aircraft flight operations take place, regardless of whether they involve cargo or passengers or neither. A water aerodrome is an area of open water used regularly by seaplanes for landing and taking off. Board. Board is to get on or into a ship, aircraft or other vehicle. Runway. A runway is a strip of land on an airport on which aircraft can take off and land. Runways may be a man-made surface or a natural surface. Runways are generally numbered according to their magnetic heading. Anchor. An anchor is an object often made out of metal that is used to attach a ship to the bottom of a body of water at a specific point. There are two primary classes of anchors, temporary and permanent. A permanent anchor is often called a mooring and is rarely moved. A sea anchor is a related device used when the water depth makes using a mooring. Cockpit. A cockpit is the area usually near the front of an aircraft from which a pilot controls the aircraft. Most modern cockpits are enclosed except on some small aircraft, and cockpits on large airliners are also physically separated from the cabin. The cockpit of an aircraft contains flight instruments called an instrument panel and the controls which enable the pilot to fly the aircraft. In most large airliners, a door separates the cockpit from the passenger compartment. Mast. The mast of a sailing ship is a tall, vertical or near vertical spar or arrangement of spars which supports the sails. Large ships have several masts with a size and configuration depending on the style of ship. Ships were often built of a size requiring masts taller and thicker than could be made from single tree trunks. Deck. A deck is a permanent covering over a compartment or a hull of a ship. On a boat or ship, the primary deck is the horizontal structure which forms the roof for the hull, which both strengthens the hull and serves as the primary working surface. The purpose of the primary deck is structural and only secondarily to provide weather tightness and to support people and equipment. The deck serves as the lid to the complex box girder which is the hull. It resists tension, compression and racking forces.